because I can tell that today you really need a healing. Yes, I am really excited to see you. I am also excited because my YouTube channel has finally reached 1,000 subscribers. And I just cannot tell you how honored and over the moon I am about that. And I always told myself that when I got to 1,000 subscribers that I would start a Patreon account. So for those of you who like to support me, I would love it if you join me on Patreon. I have some special, very intimate and unique offerings for those who would like to join the Patreon account. And I really look forward to seeing you there and growing with you even more. I'm going to keep my Ko-Fi account as well, though, for those who just want to make a one-time tip or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so let me just feel you out for a minute and give you a little bit more detail about what we are going to be doing with you and your healing today. Because as I said, I could feel for a few days that you've been not really yourself. You've been a little bit depressed and hard on yourself because of it. And we really need to ground you with that energy. So I'm going to be igniting you with a lot of self-love and, most importantly, self-forgiveness today. And I'm going to be doing it with some very odd objects. Because anything can be used as a tool for healing. It's not really the tool itself always that does the magic. It's your powerful intention behind using the tool that brings the magic. And you can use your power to create pain or create healing, depending on your intentions. So today I have some very interesting tools that I intend to give you some powerful healing and also some powerful relaxation. So now that you are a little more grounded and I fluffed out your aura just a little bit and given you your first dose of some healthy self-love and self-forgiveness, let me show you what I'm going to be using first to crack you open a little bit. So this is a beautiful sandstone composite that I found on this sacred land in New Mexico very recently. And I would like to use it to crack through the depression layers of your aura. Just to open you up and really have that hold, that depression that's had a hold on you. Just really weaken that aura. I'm just going around the side of you. Just really weakening that aura, the aura of depression, and giving you some really lovely, healthy earth energy through this stone. Now you might be thinking, Genevieve, you almost always use stones using in this healing. And after this, things are gonna get a little wild. I can't say that with a straight face. We're just gonna get these outer layers, because there's a couple layers of this depression that's kind of around you. Like an inner layer and an outer layer of depression. And it's totally okay that you found yourself in that space. You might not have even realized it, because maybe it's a very familiar place to go to. And it's like you don't even realize that you've been a little bit depressed until something comes along and like reminds you that it's okay to be happy, and then you realize that you weren't happy. Does that make sense? It happens to all of us sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna stand up and gonna wrap around your body. Is that okay? Okay, we're just gonna kind of go over the top of your head here. And I'm just going to start wrapping this energy around your body. I've got my hand on the back of your head, and then this one obviously in front of you and on the side of you, and I'm just making sure that everything is even out on both sides, the front and the back. Okay, how are you feeling? You feel much better already, much more grounded. We definitely cracked where we needed to crack. Good job. Okay. So thank you to this beautiful New Mexico sandstone. I'll definitely be using this in future healings as well. But now we're gonna get into the weird stuff. Can you hear that? So this is technically a bottle cleaner, but I'm going to be using it as a magic aura cleansing wand to get into whatever kind of cracks in your aura that are hard to reach, and we need to kind of like really get in there, like really like get some tool in there to clean them out. So I'm just gonna start on the outside and work our way in. Just gonna start out here on the edges of your aura and just sort of smooth out what we just cracked. And I'm just kind of working up close with you just to keep you relaxed, as I also kind of move this around your aura. How does that feel? Okay, I'm just gonna move this over the top of your head here. It's a very soft brush. That is one thing I really like about this brush, is the bristles are super soft, but super effective in terms of getting anything grimy and stuck in your aura out. Just sort of rolling that around. Really smoothing everything out. again because we're going to do the back as well. Let me just get this part of your sixth chakra in your forehead. Yes. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to stand it up and make sure that the back of you is also good to go. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to start by kind of running both my hands back here. Do you feel that behind you? Kind of getting into all of the cracks and kind of crevices of your aura back there. Just hold yourself steady if you can while I work this back area and the top of your head as well. Let's just make sure that this is working up here for you so that you're getting the right information through the top of your head up here. This is where your seventh chakra is up here, and it's where all your spiritual and knowing information is. So we always want to make sure that you're getting very clear information and you're not getting information that's not really serving you or is painful to you. You don't need that kind of information. Okay. Okay. You're doing great. You are doing great. There's also something behind you that I just want to get. Just some stuff behind your back near your heart chakra. That is definitely affecting the way you connect to yourself and other people. So let me just kind of run my hands over this area here in your chest. Good job. You're really releasing a lot already, and it's beautiful to see that. Good job. So next I have something that I'm actually really excited to use on you, and it is this really old antique comb, and it kind of feels like something that your loving great-grandmother had on her makeup stand that she was so proud of. Look at the really cool detail, if you can. I just love this comb, and I feel really lucky that I have been able to inherit it. And it makes a cool sound too. It's even missing one of its little spokes that maybe got caught in Grandma's thick gray hair. So with this, we're going to be doing some heavy-duty combing of your aura. So I won't be combing your hair with this, but I am going to be combing out your aura. Are you ready? Okay. So I'm just going to start like this and just comb straight down. Just really bringing that energy that is kind of buzzing around your head, just bringing it down. So I'm not touching you with this at all, but I am very, what's the word? I guess densely going through your aura. So it's touching every part of your energy body, going down your side, and just making sure every everything is straightened out. Alright, now let's pull your energy away from you a little bit, just pulling your aura out, because it's safe for you to be a large spirit. You don't need to shrink yourself or make yourself small in any way. Great. Just fluffing up on top here. Okay, and then we're just gonna fluff up on this side. Yes. And as I do this, I intend for every part of your aura to be filled with loving energy. The most blessed, best maternal type energy you can imagine. Just think of the most loving mother figure that you could ever imagine. And all of that loving, just pure mother energy is embodied in this comb and is touching every part of your aura to help smooth you out and to help you remember who you really are. There's a spot right there. Just really making sure that your sixth chakra right here in your forehead, just really making sure that your thoughts of your sixth chakra really feel this. Yes. Yes. How does it feel to be so enveloped in this gentle, loving, maternal energy? I know that it feels good to me when I get wrapped up in this kind of energy. And it doesn't matter if you had a good relationship with your mom or not. This is the eternal maternal energy. Eternal maternal. Say that a few times fast. And you are never barred from it. You are never kept away from this kind of energy. It's always available to you and ready to wrap you up in forgiveness and love. Whenever you need the reminder, whenever you feel separate or orphaned or left out, this energy is here to remind you that you are never forgotten. You are not a mistake. And you are always so deeply loved and appreciated for your unique beingness. Because you are a very unique being. You are this amazing, dense matter come to life. And you will never exist again. We only get you one time. So remember to treat yourself well with the love that you deeply, deeply deserve no matter what. Okay. I am going to do this on your back a little bit, okay? Here we go. So I'm just going to bring this over your head and go down your back, and then over your head and down your back. And then one more time, over your head and down your back. And I'm just going to brush you on the sides here as well. Make sure that your head is really feeling it on that side. And bringing it down. And then let's come over here. And on this side, bringing it down. And one more time on this side, bringing it down. So truly all because it's made to wear or to put somewhere in your house because it keeps evil away. It's an eye that's always watching out for evil and protecting you from it. So this is not something I would normally use in a healing, but I realize that with the state that you've been in and what you've been going through, it might be good to just really give you a comforting, healthy dose of this particular kind of evil eye protection. So I'm just gently going to hold it as I just fluff it through your aura. Just taking it through, starting from the top. Kind of fluffing that out of there again, protecting the top of your head from receiving any evil, whatever might be evil for you, information. So nothing that's damaging to you, nothing that is judgmental, nothing that would encourage you not to love yourself. All of that is evil and totally false. It's a total lie. So just really clearing all of this out and kind of gently giving this to your forehead and your sixth chakra. Great. All right, let me just take this down your body. And then one more time, just taking it down your body. Just making sure we get the sides. How are you feeling? Good. I love being able to heal you like this and to give you exactly what you need right now, because you've been kind of white-knuckling life for a little bit, kind of holding on like a little bit too strongly in survival mode. So I'm very happy that I can be of use to you today. And like I've told you many times, when I get to heal you, I heal myself as well. This kind of healing is so powerful in that way that when one of us heals, we all get to heal. It's so beautiful. Okay. Let's do your back again, just because we want to make sure that you are evenly spread with each tool that we use, okay? So I'm just going to start here and then just wrap this around your whole headspace like this. Okay. Let's go the other way. Okay. I'm just going to run this down your back, okay? Okay. beautiful little miniature broom thing, like something to sweep up all of the energy clippings that we kind of took from you today. It sounds really interesting. It kind of sounds like leaves rustling. But this is going to help just sort of sweep away from you just sort of anything that it might just still be kind of loosely lingering sort of around in your space. So I'm just going to be gently working that down your body. How does that feel? It's a really powerful tool, actually. It's one of my favorite things. Just running this over your head. Again, we really want to take care of this head because this is where our thoughts can accidentally take over. And we don't want that. We don't want, especially negative thoughts, to be running the show, you know. Your mind is meant to be a servant. Your mind is a great servant, but it is not a great master. So you've really got to trust your body, trust your true intuition, and trust just the physical signals you get from the world, and trust your talents, your natural, God-given talents. Trust that. Do not trust the random ideas that your anxious mind gets. Because your mind loves to make up problems to solve, even when there are no problems. It's so funny. Our minds they're funny, but we don't want to judge our minds because they're powerful and they create and we love them. But we just need to love them like that mother that just sort of loves a child that makes mistakes sometimes. Because as humans, it's just gonna happen. You are not infallible. And you're not supposed to be. Nobody wants you to be infallible. Nobody needs you to be infallible. You're totally allowed to make mistakes sometimes or to have a bad day. But what can be hard is when your perfectionism comes in and tells you that making a mistake is wrong, or having a bad day means that you are going to suffer forever. It's so interesting how our minds do that. But again, we know it's not a real threat to have those thoughts because they're just thoughts, and we can choose differently with practice. And I know it's hard sometimes, especially when we're used to the more negative thoughts being the dominant. Just going down your side. Let's do this side. Nice. But anyway, you will be loved no matter what your negative thoughts tell you. Love is always available to you, just like I am always available to you. And I will always, always be here for you, no matter Just fluffing this out. Alright, let's do your back. Okay, I'm just going to use this over your head again. Just again making sure we really cleared away anything that was telling you lies. We don't want that anymore. We don't need that. Now, just running this down the back of your aura space. Yes. Great job. Your back feels really good now. It feels really solid, like you're not going to be having any more problems today, and hopefully not for many days, in terms of anything kind of sneaking its way into your space by plugging into your back. Some people call that cords, when there's an energy cord feeding you misinformation or a kind of false attachment in your back. So that's the easiest way to kind of sneak into your energy. But today we have gotten rid of all of those. And you are just free to be fully yourself in your own space and to relax without judgment and without fear. There is nothing that you are supposed to be doing other than what you're doing right now with me, okay? There's nothing else that you need to do to be okay. You are already loved in this beautiful manifestation that you have right now. Okay. Great job. Okay. So now that we have done a lot of work clearing out so much energy, I'm just gonna give you a run through with my hands and just make sure that everything feels good. Yes, you're doing great. You did really well today with this session and all of the odd tools that I had for us today. But I could tell that they worked very powerfully for you. Just smoothing out this headspace. This is an important space for you right now in terms of keeping it really regulated and happy and calm. So now, as usual, I would love it if you could try to relax and really let this healing sink in. So if that means taking a little nap, if you aren't already asleep already, that would be great, just to let your body integrate this healing. And I have one more tool that I love, and it is my beautiful owl feather. Do you see how cool the owl feather lines are? I love it. This owl feather feels so soft. It's so light and beautiful as it goes over your eyes and your forehead and your cheeks down to your chin down here. So just gently give yourself the mantra of telling yourself how much you love yourself right now. And for you, that might feel kind of corny and false to do that. But just know that it's actually a really powerful and important practice to get used to telling yourself that you love you. And it does sometimes feel hard at first. But once you keep doing it, it becomes very natural. And you really do believe it the more you tell yourself, just like you were telling a little child that you love them. The child will naturally start to trust you and love you back. And I think that that is just what you need. Building that love and trust with yourself. Yes. So I hope that you really enjoyed this healing. As always, I really enjoyed giving it to you. And I can't wait to do more healings with you in the future. And as I told you in the beginning, if you would like to work with me more personally, more intimately, then I will see you in the Patreon community. But if that's not for you, then I will see